good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday so far. You're just in time for Newsfeed here on TV47. Do keep your feedback and comments coming in at TV47 Kenya across all social media platforms with 22047 being our SMS line. I am Muthoni Maina. Starting off with the recent increase in petroleum products announced by IPRA, the move has attracted mixed reactions from the transport sector and other stakeholders. We're now joined by our reporter Boniface Baraza, who is in Eldoret town in Uasin Gishu County, for a live update. Now, we are definitely keeping an eye on that report, and Boniface Baraza will be joining us later on. Now, moving on, a section of lawmakers from Nakuru County are warning of a major investor scare following the alleged move by the government to use KRA to antagonize traders based on their political stand. They condemned the move by the tax collector to close Kiroshe breweries over a tax row, noting that the exercise was malicious and full of witch hunt, calling on KRA to institute fresh negotiations with the Naivasha-based brewery, noting that investment worth millions and tens of jobs were in jeopardy.
While safely cushioning international investors, it is totally against the famous Buy Kenya, Build Kenya mantra. It then begs the question, if these measures are meant to recover the tax arrears, which the company has been willing to pay once on its feet, how then is that recovery possible by the closure of the company operations? The state must and should separate business and politics. The witch hunt against Keroche factory due to her political persuasion is unjust and unwarranted. We demand the immediate reopening of the factory, open discussion on an agreeable, reasonable payment formula, including a possible moratorium, which the company is open to revisit once back on its feet.
The COVID-19 pandemic was not only a Kenyan issue, it was a global issue. And this farm, which is originally Kenyan grown for the last 25 years, agreed that, yes, we agree we have tax arrears, we are willing to enter into an arrangement, and they actually wrote it down. So many banks that are post-COVID-19, I am looking back here, many have gone home for these workers. People who are being locked out of their houses, children that are not able to pay fees. This is a Kenyan-grown factory, Kenyan-grown industry. If anyone is serious in terms of growing Kenyan farms, in terms of giving incentives, we should be able to cushion any Kenyan brand that has grown all the way for 25 years, that defended jobs, and we'll be able to actually guarantee meaningful employment for these people that you see behind us. Just don't harass and don't do total closure, because it affects more than just one person who is running for the Senate. It affects the thousands who are depending on their lifeline. It affects the people who are suppliers. It affects the farmers who are bringing sorghum and barley here. It has a whole ripple effect to the economy of this country. If we can do and cushion external and international brands, why can we not do it with our Kenyan brand? And I think if we want to be serious about Buy Kenya and Build Kenya, let us just apply the laws as they are. Let us not do witch hunt. Let us not apply malice. Let us not use political witch hunt. Let us not cause with the lives of Kenyans that are depending on this farm.
So it's interesting that these issues about the taxes is just coming 2 months to the election. And most importantly, after the CEO of the company has declared interest for a Senate seat for the great city county of Nakuru on a UDA ticket. And we're asking, if this were an issue, then how has it taken so long for them to act on it? So we actually lead malice. And as well, why are we building this port here? For us to discourage more investors? So if you are serious about promoting people to come and invest in Kenya, in Nakuru city, by even what you have done with this railway coming from Nairobi to Naivasha, then this is a perfect example. Let us support this local business so that the infrastructure that you have already built and committed money to, that you committed loans to, can work. But if we are not supporting that, then are we serious really?
Now back to fuel prices. With the recent increase in petroleum products announced by EPRA, the move has attracted mixed reactions from the transport sector and other stakeholders. We are now joined by our reporter Boniface Baraza in Eldoret Town in Uasin Gishu County with a live update. Now over to you, Baraza.
Thank you, Mudhoni Mine, and we're coming to you live from Eldoret Town, Uasin Gishu County. We continue to pitch tent in Uasin Gishu, vote-rich county in North Rift region. And basically today we are keeping an eye on recent fuel price increase announced yesterday by Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authorities, EPRA, that announced yesterday a move or a clear indication that shows Kenyans will have to endure more pain at the pump. Remember, the fuel prices has been increased by 9 shillings per litre, be it for petroleum product, be it for petrol, diesel, and kerosene. It is a move that has continued to elicit mixed reaction from the transport sector and across the political divide and across all sector. Remember, the Kenyans are the one who have been hit so hard, and we joined by this resident, the local here in Uasin Gishu County, just to bring our viewers to speed. Briefly introduce yourself, and EPRA has announced the fuel price increase or petroleum product price increase. What do you take of this?
Kwa majina naitwa Entry Machine kutoka Uasin Gishu County. Tulishangashwa jana usiku tukiambiwa ya kwamba mafuta tena imeanza kuongezwa, na mafuta juzi ilikuwa inaongezwa, na tunaona saa hii kila kitu itapanda juu, kwa sababu mafuta ni kila kitu. Mafuta ikipanda chakula yote inapanda, na saa hii tulitoka maneno ya corona juzi, na baada ya corona tena tunaona ndio hii mafuta inaongezwa. Na wameanza kuongeza mafuta, nafikiri kwa mwaka huu wameongeza mafuta karibu mara 3, na unaona sasa hiyo ni maneno yenye haitaikani sasa, kwa sababu watu wataumia. Na tunaonelea sasa mafuta sasa, tulikuwa nafikiria ingasuka chini, lakini sasa mafuta imeenda juu, na saa hii karama iko juu, maneno ya mashule iko hapa. Saa hii mkulima, hata magari saa hii tunaanza kuwaja. Unaona hata mapikipiki saa hii hapa watu wameweka parking mapikipiki kwa sababu hawana lolote la kufanya na hawana pesa. So hata watu ya taksi saa hii wako na shida sana, watu hawaendi mahali kwa sababu hawana pesa. Saa hii bei ya magari imeongezwa, bei ya mapikipiki tena imeongezwa. So tunataka serikali iweze kuangalia na iweze kusukisha hiyo mafuta chini, kwa sababu hata tukienda supermarket saa hii vitu mingi imeanza kupanda. So tunaonelea raia mwenye anasafiri saa hii yako na shida yenyewe. So waangalie hiyo maneno mzuri sana. Machine kutoka Uasin Gishu County.
Thank you. Let's also hear from these other local here. Introduce yourself and what should be done. What is your call on government in terms of the fuel prices increase?
My name is Veronica Chepkemei Burgay from Uasin Gishu County, Kapsaret constituency. We are so much sorry to the government. Surely the people are facing a lot of crisis. We've seen the other day there was a lot of queue in the fuel pumps, and there was a lot of crisis, fuel crisis in the country. Again, there have been an increment of fuel in the country rapidly. Uhuru Kenyatta, tunakuomba sana. People, you are busy with Raila Odinga. This handshake has brought a lot of mistake in this country. You are busy increasing the fuel, you are busy changing the constitution, but you are not busy looking at the economy of this country. Thank you, the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, kwa sababu unasema kila wakati ya kwamba lazima tufufue uchumi. Tusikue busy kuangalia ya kwamba kuongeza vitu, lakini tukue busy kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumerudisha uchumi ya Kenya chini. We don't want to be a working country. Kwa sababu tunaona saizi ukiona abiria wanatembea kutoka town kwenda umbali kidogo ndio wapate reduction ya usafiri, ndio bei iwapate karibu na nyumbani kwao. Tunaona ni shida sana. Hata sisi tumeweka magari zetu nyumbani, tunakuja all the way by foot from the village to town. It is a lot of crisis. We urge the government that you muangalie sana kuhusu uchumi, na nashukuru sana makamu wa rais kwa sababu unachosisitisha sana katika nchi hii ni mambo ya uchumi, na tunakutakia kila laheri. Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, sisi tumeshangaa sana. Unaendelea kutugandamiza na kututesa kama wafungwa. Na sisi we are counting down to the coming election that will vote for Deputy President William Samoei Ruto.
As we continue to accuse the President Uhuru Kenyatta, at the end of the day, he's still the head of state who is still in power. He has not exited stage. He's still mandated and he has power to do what is right. Would you appeal to the President?
We appeal to the President to look unto the people of the Republic of Kenya, because we are suffering and he's sitting in the position of presidency. He's sitting in the position and anaendelea kutugandamiza sisi kama wa Kenya. Kama anatutakia mema, kwa nini asipunguze uchumi, asiangalie uchumi yetu, aswa mafuta, kwa sababu mafuta inatupeleka kila mahali hapa. Tukitaka kufanya mambo mingi ni mafuta. It is to move.
Thank you.
Asante.
Let's also hear from this gentleman here. Daddy, welcome. Thank you for making time for TV47. We are live. We're coming to you live from Eldoret here. We are focusing so much onto we are keeping an eye on fuel prices increase. What do you have to say about that?
What I want to say is the price of fuel has gone up, and we know why. It's going up because our government has neglected its citizens. Why? Because of campaign. All this ni pesa ya campaign. Wanataka kutumia hii pesa yote kwa campaign, lakini hakuna shida. Tumejaribu kuangalia, tumejaribu kuona, tukajua ya kwamba hii plan na hii mpango ilifanywa ni kwa sababu ile handshake ilipokuja pass, wakasema eri huyu mwananchi afinywe ndio atoe kura kwa haraka.
Why do you believe that they're looking for money to use in campaigns?
Because every commodity in Kenya has been increased. Everything, including toilet paper, which is not coming from Ukraine, including all essential commodities, has been increased by 1,000%. And this thing, we must look at it in this angle. Uhuru Kenyatta is our president, but he's finally our president. Please, Mr. President, kaa chini na watu wako na kukata hii vitu yote ikuje chini. Tunaumia. Na ya mwisho, ningetaka kusema ya kwamba katika hii election ambayo tunaenda, tafadhali angalia mtu ambao anaweza, lakini hii watu hii dynasties wametuumiza kabisa. Anyway, hii dynasties mpaka toilet paper ambayo itoki Ukraine. Oi Mungu saidia.
Thank you, Mudhoni Maina. You've had it clear from the local residents here in Uasin County, Eldoret Town, Uasin County. They continue to lament in terms of the recent fuel price increase. And remember, Treasury has also won on further fuel hike. And therefore, for the interest of time, my director told me more of time. I take it back to you, over to you, Mudhoni Maina, but we continue to pitch tent in Eldoret Town, Uasin County. We'll keep on informing our viewers in our subsequent bulletin. Over to you, Mudhoni Maina.
Thank you so much, Boniface Barazo, for giving us an update of what is going on there in Eldoret Town. We've had it from the residents and also the transport sector as well, citing that they have had to park their vehicles, leave their bodabodas, and opted to trek up till Eldoret Town due to the high cost of living and also due to the statement that was issued by EPRA informing Kenyans that the price of fuel and diesel has increased by 9 shillings, and also they have also taken a swipe there in matters of the political factor. They're also looking forward to the August 9 polls, also in regards to that fact, as Kenyans will definitely have to dig deeper into their pockets so as to standardize the high cost of living in regards to the high fuel prices. And now on to the political helm, as a vibrant Democratic Party VDP leader and former Nyali Member of Parliament Hezron Awiti has called for concerted efforts among stakeholders in the fight against drugs and substance abuse in the society. Awiti, who is eyeing the Mombasa County gubernatorial seat, expressed concern about addiction to hard drugs such as marijuana, hashish, cocaine, heroin and other narcotics by the youth, and said stakeholders need to work together in harmony to ensure the societal vice is eradicated. He urged both the national and county government to come up with strategies that will save the young generation from drug addiction. Findings show that 20.3% of residents in the coast region are currently using at least one substance of abuse. Mombasa is leading in terms of current use of at least one substance of abuse at 34%, followed by Lamu 32%, Tana River 31.1%, Kilifi 29.7%, Kwale 26%, and Taita Taveta with 20%.
Kiwa kule Wajir, kama watu wanakufa na njaa, si serikali inapeleka pesa? Na Lodwa, kwani hii ni disaster? So wanaona, sina serikali hapa. Hatuwezi kubali wafanyakazi walikuja kufanya kazi Mombasa hapa wateswe na sisi tunakuja tunaangalia. Nyinyi hakuna mtu up country ya? Ya pili, mtu yoyote ataita mtu up country, mniletea habari atashikwa. Enough is a? Enough is a? We are here to stay, and we are going to stay, and we are going to get services.
Now, Kakamega gubernatorial aspirant Cleopas Malala displayed his differences with Boni Khalwale at a political rally in Kakamega Matungu constituency. The two disagreed when Khalwale claimed that both of them have the right to contest in that gubernatorial race and that the decision should be left in the hands of the voters to choose one among them.
Yinta Khalwale dimwana muluya kula Kakamega, Malala kula Kakamega, Fernandez Barasa kula Kakamega, ubosi kukaba buami, mweuri mukhutse, mundu mulai, abayo mama office, amulinde, mimi Khalwale, I am the best performing legislator in the history of Kenya. Muriyo mnonya saamre. Huyo anasema nini sasa huyo? Hapa kura ni kwa Cleo, si ndio? Wangapi wanasema Cleo Malala? Aache kuchanganyikiwa, si ndio? Hapa mtasimama na mimi. Anachanganyikiwa, si ndio? Yeye kama anakula pande mbili aseme bwana. Hapa mimi ni kwangu, si ndio? Kana mzee, ameteleza ulimi, msamee mzee. Msamee mzee, Mmekasirika na yeye? Mheshimiwa Khalwale, hao watu wanataka kuongea na wewe hapa nje.
Moving on, gubernatorial candidate and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance coalition in Kajiado County, David Nkendianye, has violently criticized Governor Ole Lenku for what he said is his hate speech utterances and asked the National Committee and Integrity Commission NCIC to take action against him. According to Nkendianye, Governor Ole Lenku has unsettled other tribes living in the county over his remarks. Nkendianye has further criticized the governor for poor governance, for what he calls lack of medicine in hospitals, water, poor services and primary structures, urging residents to elect leaders who have a vision for the county come August polls.
Tunataka NCIC waangalie hii mambo Gavana Lenku anaita watu wengine nyoka. Hiyo mambo ni mpaka ichunguzwe, kwa sababu hii county hakuna mtu ambaye ni nyoka. Ni watu ambao wako na kura, ni watu ambao watapiga kura tarehe 9, na hata watu wengine wale wameitwa nyoka wamesema waacha asubiri. Lenku asubiri, ataona wale watu wanaita nyoka watafanya nini tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8. Hospitali hazifanyi kazi, hakuna madawa. Tulikuwa tunachanja ng'ombe, siku hizi hawachanjwi. Watu walikuwa wanapata maji, siku hizi hakuna maji. Ukienda hii Kitengela hakuna maji. Ukienda Rongai watu wanalia maji. Mataa yalikuwa yanawaka, sasa hayawaki. Hata watu wanasema daktari alienda na token. Tunaona ile kazi yote tulikuwa tumefanya yote ilisimama. Nataka kuambia watu wa Kajiado County, tafadhali njooni tushikane.
Now, Azimio aspirants from Embakasi West have come together to form a delegation that will help win all the seats from the MCA position to the top seat. According to Gitonga Ndegwa, Jubilee chairman in Nairobi, the delegation will be formed across Nairobi to make sure that each constituency conducts thorough campaigns for Azimio aspirants from all parties, together with those that were dropped after zoning, having joined hands to criticize on how to conduct effective campaigns.
Mikutano kama hii ambayo tumepanga siku ya leo ya Azimio ni ile mikutano ambayo tumepanga katika Nairobi, na hivyo ndivyo itaendelea na tumekuwa tukiendelea. Kwa hivyo ni kuunganisha, tunaunganisha wanawasimio wote pamoja ili tuweze kuona ya kwamba adui zetu hakuna kiti hata moja ambayo watashinda. Kwa hivyo chama zote zenye ambazo tumeungana pamoja tukaform Azimio kwamba tushikane mkono, tuweze kufanya kampeni pamoja, tuweze kuona ya kwamba kampeni zetu ni za amani, tumeingia door to door na tuweze kushinda viti zote kulingana na vile ambavyo tumepanga. Hatuna wasiwasi hata kidogo, kwa sababu hata wakati huu ukiangalia vile rating vile ambavyo ilivyo wakati huu ni ya kwamba baba ako mbele, na hata katika kaunti yetu ya Nairobi tunaona ya kwamba candidate wetu wote wako mbele.
So sisi haja yetu meeting ya leo ni kusupport Azimio fully kutoka chini mpaka juu. Sisi hakuna maana kusupport independent candidate hapa. Sisi tuna support Azimio from MCA mpaka President Raila Amolo Odinga.
Moving on, Pamoja African Alliance (PAA) leaders have launched a scathing attack on the Orange Democratic Movement (ODM) party and its leader Raila Odinga over the economic woes bedeviling the coast region in an unprecedented charm offensive to deprive the Orange Party and its leader of the support it has enjoyed in the region in the past. The leaders urged voters to reject the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance presidential candidate for allegedly being insensitive to the region's needs.
Mzee wetu